Reverence and the Eucharist. Does method matter? Two Catholics walk up the same aisle, same Mass, same priest, same Jesus, but one receives communion in the hand, the other on the tongue, and suddenly there's tension. Not spoken out loud, but felt, a look, a judgment, a quiet thought no one admits. Which one is more reverent? Which one is doing it right? And here's the uncomfortable truth. This question has divided Catholics who believe the exact same thing about the Eucharist. So today, we're asking it honestly, without shouting, without guilt, without sides. Does the method really matter? Or are we missing something deeper? Let's be real. This debate didn't come from nowhere. It comes from love for the Eucharist, fear of irreverence, confusion about church teaching, and honestly, bad experiences. Maybe you've seen hosts dropped, casual attitudes, communion lines that feel rushed, or people treating the Eucharist like a routine. So the question becomes emotional, because when you believe this is truly Jesus, everything suddenly feels serious. And that's not a bad instinct. But instinct without clarity can turn into division. Let's ground this. No opinions yet, no preferences, just facts. The Catholic Church teaches that both communion on the tongue and in the hand are permitted. Neither is sinful, neither invalidates the Eucharist. Full stop. But here's where people get stuck. They hear that and think, okay, but surely one must be better. So let's talk history, not vibes. A quick timeline. Early church. Communion in the hand was common, but with intense reverence. Middle Ages, communion on the tongue became standard to protect the host. Modern era, communion in the hand was reintroduced, not invented. Meaning, neither method is new, neither method is unchurchy, neither method is automatically irreverent. The church didn't say, pick whichever one feels casual. She said, receive with faith, care, and reverence. Here's the bold claim most people don't expect. The problem is rarely the method. The problem is the attitude. Because let's be honest, you can receive on the tongue and be distracted, in the hand and be deeply reverent. Reverence is not choreography. It's interior posture made visible. Think about it. You can kneel beautifully and still be thinking about lunch. Or you can stand simply and be fully aware you're receiving the Lord of heaven and earth. That awareness changes everything. Now let's answer honestly, yes. And also, no. Here's what that means. The method matters if it helps you be more aware. It increases your reverence. It protects your faith. The method does not matter if it becomes a weapon. It becomes a badge of pride. It leads you to judge others. Because reverence that breeds contempt is not reverence at all. Here's the part that gets uncomfortable. Sometimes the loudest voices in this debate aren't protecting the Eucharist. They're protecting their identity, their side, their moral high ground. And Christ didn't institute the Eucharist to create factions. He instituted it to unite us. Unity doesn't mean uniformity. It means charity. Real reverence looks like silence before Mass, confession when needed, slow, intentional movement, gratitude after receiving, letting the moment linger. It looks like knowing, I am not entitled to this. This is pure gift. Whether your hands are folded or your tongue extended, Jesus is the focus, not us. So, does the method matter? Yes. To your conscience. No, as a measure of a holiness. Choose the way that deepens your awe, strengthens your faith, leads you to love Christ more, and extend that same charity to others, because the greatest sign of reverence is not how you receive, it's how you love afterward. And remember, one Lord, one Eucharist, many paths of reverence. God bless you.